Welcome everybody to Mr. J's Savannah Cigar Lounge on Newsnack Hill Road in Coventry, and the latest edition of 321 Media's Kent County Sports Talk. John Parenti, Mike Reed, Johnny Boots behind the controls, ready to go for another hour of fun and frivolity on Super Bowl weekend.
That's right.
Can you
A
believe it?
snowy Super Bowl weekend.
Not only is it Super Bowl weekend, but it's Blizzard of 78 anniversary weekend. Well, the reason why Boots brought this up right away when I walked in, I was wearing a flannel shirt. Do you remember?
Governor Gary.
That is correct.
Oh,
This is my tribute to Governor J. Joseph Garrahy, who did nothing but wear flannel shirts
Okay.
during the Blizzard weekend.
Yep.
And
I was 12.
We pulled, well, he was what, 10 maybe?
No, 7. I was 7. Not even. I was 6 because I would have turned 7 in May, so I was 6.
Yep.
Greatest moments I had in my radio career were covering the blizzard of the ice storm. We were pulling 18-hour shifts. There were 4 of us pulling 18-hour shifts, getting 6 hours of sleep on cots that were provided by the West Warwick Police Department.
Nice.
So you didn't stay. You didn't stay at the studio.
Fun, though.
Yeah, we stayed inside the studio, which at that time was at 1501 Main Street, not
Yeah.
at 1585 Centerville Road.
Yep.
But yeah, those are memories that will last a lifetime. And already
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, I remember as a kid, I lived in Providence, so you know the main roads I lived on, like it was right off, Roger Williams Ave, Reservoir Ave, in Providence, and people were cross country skiing, snowmobiling back then, getting dragged with big cars. My dad, we always had 4-wheel drives, so my dad, I remember shoveling out just enough path for the tires, and my dad would make runs for the Red Cross in his truck to deliver medication and food to people that couldn't get out.
Oh, wow.
So I remember my dad doing that back in the blizzard.
I remember doing my my imitation of Charles Kuralt on the road. The police department would pick me up, put me in their little SUV, and drive me around town so I could give reports of what's going on and had an idea of what people were going through. And it was not pretty, believe me.
Right. Well, in those situations, the media is really everyone's lifeline to the outside world. It was really important, during those times, yeah.
And it was worse 4 weeks before that,
With the ice
because
storm.
people don't remember on January 13th, an ice storm basically stopped everything going
Right.
on.
Yeah.
And just in the immediate area, it was West Warwick and Coventry and basically nobody else. But the ice was inch thick on trees and
remember that.
power
I remember
lines.
that.
And we had wide-scale power outages, and it was just,
Yeah.
it was dangerous.
I remember my father being on the fire department in the blizzard of '78, delivered a baby girl in Brookfield Platte, and the father was Bill Streeter, Bill the Barber.
Yep.
From Phoenix. He delivered his daughter in the middle of
At
him and
Oakland
Don
Avenue.
Centracchio delivered the baby.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's
Yep.
pretty
Blizzard
cool.
of '78. Yep.
Yeah.
Within walking distance of the Parenti Palatial Estate.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Billy remains my barber, too, can you tell?
Really?
Great guy.
Oh, he's a great guy. Great
That's pretty
guy.
cool. Yeah, all good memories of times a long time ago. I can just remember the trees with the ice, like just clear, like tubes of ice
Yeah.
around the tree branches, and then everything just brought right down to the ground with the weight of the ice. So I don't want a repeat performance of that.
No.
This is enough right
No,
now.
thank
This
you.
disappears. And
Well, what we're getting now, and of course, those who are archiving this and will watch it later on, don't realize we're getting more right here at Mr. J's than we
Yes.
are, say, back at my house. You probably get about 5 already
oh
down.
goodness, yeah, we have a lot. Where I am, just pulling on my driveway, there's significantly a lot more snow than was expected. I know down in South County, I think near the beaches, maybe. I have a good friend, Dave Such. He's down there. He's a guy right on Scarborough Beach. He's been telling me that snow's coming in. So I have reports from him coming in from time to time to see how bad it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I was told this morning by a fellow journalist who works down at WBLQ that they already had 6 inches of snow on the ground, while up here was about maybe 3. But
And
do
Worcester, not
anything
that
about
much
it.
in Worcester.
no, too far north.
Yeah, Molly's, okay.
So the Assumption softball game scheduled for today is postponed?
No.
I did see a game, a lacrosse game that was that was supposed to be played in Boston, outdoors on the field, got moved inside to the dome.
Okay. Yeah,
And,
I mean, they have to. At
And
some
they
point.
said there was no, it would be streamed live, and it's Merrimack and somebody else I happen to see.
Right.
And they're going to stream it live for the fans because there's no room inside the dome
Right,
for
well, that's
fans.
true. Yeah, I mean,
just a practice facility.
when Assumption came up in scrimmage PC really doesn't have a lot of room in their field house. So yeah, we couldn't go. We were lucky enough to go to Bryant last Sunday, and yeah, they scrimmaged Bryant indoor. Bryant's field house really should be the exemplar for the other schools in this state, because they have a great field house. It's multi-purpose. It's a 100-yard football field. It's a legit football field inside.
Really?
Baseball practices there, softball, all the sports practice there. I mean, you'd like to see the University of Rhode Island, with all the money they pump into all these other sports programs, to put a field house that all the teams could utilize, especially in this winter months. Because we're buried by snow. They're not getting outside for softball for a while.
Metco, is it big enough?
It's not functional enough. Mackle's basically a track with basketball courts in the middle, and that's what PC's kind of looks like. You want a dedicated field house for athletics. So football team would benefit, soccer, lacrosse, all the sports would benefit from it.
And now that the football team has reached national prominence, it's imperative.
It would be, and that's a good point. Because right now they're practicing on a stripper. Where are they really practicing? So, I don't mind the tax dollars being put towards that, because that's something that's, a lot of schools, they could rent it out. It would build revenue, because now high school teams could rent it out at certain times. So,
You better believe Jerry Zanola would want to rent it out for a South Keystone football team.
well, we go there for Boston. I mean, Boston does all the hockey games down south. Don't see why the field house wouldn't draw the same attention.
So that's part one of Nostalgia Day. Part two will come up when we bring in our very special guest very shortly. And we're just going to keep
I'm just waiting for him to pop
Okay,
up.
we-
I sent him the email and the
Yeah.
invite. Maybe he's still sleeping. I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, from where he is probably
He's probably in his shorts and a t-shirt.
exactly. I don't want to see him in a t-shirt.
I don't want to see him in shorts.
Sweatshirts, sweatshirts fine. Shoot from the top up. My
Well,
man Pete.
We have some pretty interesting, at least I think, artifacts
Yeah.
for Patriot Super Bowls
Okay.
prior.
Well, this is a former season ticket holder.
Wow.
Yep. Way many moons
Metal
ago.
bench season ticket holder?
Metal bench,
All right.
Schaefer Stadium.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Right
I
next
was-
to did you sit right next to Kraft? You guys had
No, I was at the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. There was the 20-yard line, section of stands, and then the chair seats. And
I remember my early days at the radio station. He's coming on right now. My early days at the radio station. Remember, who was the kicker?
John
That-
Smith.
No. Another kicker. When our guest was just the news director there. Pete Stoyanovich? No,
Pete
Stoyanovich.
Stoyanovich.
Stoyanovich. He missed a field goal. So here's our guest, and I don't want to divulge our guest yet. I'm still waiting for him to pop on. He's there, but his camera's not on and his mic's not on. This kicker missed a chip of a shot field goal. He's here. And you and this guest, our future guest, did a promo and gave away a gift if a listener of WKRI could kick a field goal. Do you remember that?
Tom Iannini Jr. of West Warwick did that.
And I remember broadcasting that.
Ended up kicking varsity ball.
Sure.
It was one of the first post-Masnicki era kickers that West Warwick had.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's bring him on. There he is.
Hey,
Ladies and gentlemen.
but
live
it
and direct
wasn't
from his-
Stoyanovich, dummy.
Would-
Scott Missing Sisson. How could you forget
That's
yes.
who it is.
That's
I
right.
couldn't think of who it was, Pete. Oh,
Ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen,
Wide
Pete
right.
Sheppard joins us for the duration.
I still have that promo, Pete.
that? Oh, really? We should play
Scott
that.
Sisson.
That's good. Hey, you should sell that on Amazon or something. That's worth something.
It's good to see you. Good to hear from you, my friend. How are you?
Yeah, I was going to look. I was in Rhode Island last week. I spoke at Hendricken for an event they had and wanted me up, but it was so. Am I allowed to swear or not?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This isn't radio.
All right. I was so fucking cold. I just didn't. I didn't even see any of my family. I would just. It was ridiculous.
Would you get in and get out?
Basically, stayed a couple of days, but I can't handle 0 degrees in the morning anymore. 10 years down here, and it was chilly. I turned the heat on down here for the first time in 10 years this past Monday, because it was under 40 degrees for like a duration of the day, which just doesn't happen down here. Now we're back to normal.
Well,
But how
you have
are
to
you
know
guys?
we
How
got-
are you? How are you guys doing? Hey, is this going to be on Facebook or something? I can put it on my pages as well. Get more viewers.
Pete, it's being streamed on Facebook. It's also being streamed on YouTube Live. Everything's live right now. And,
Okay, well,
you can share it to any
I
way
can
you
share it
want.
on my Facebook page.
All right,
Let
that's fine.
me see.
Unfortunately, John and I are in Facebook jail. We still can't get out.
Yeah, what's up with that? What happened?
Well, we were streaming a basketball game to our Facebook pages, just like we're streaming this now.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Facebook went, "Oh no, you can't do that. You broke our rules. You can't
This
be on
stuff full of
Facebook
crap.
anymore."
I'm telling you, man. We call him Zucker fuck on my network. We can't stand him. It's like you play him. Everything's public domain. They're full of it. They've screwed us on our show a couple of times with different stuff too. It's
Pete,
crazy.
tell us about what you're doing down there. What are you doing down there? You got your show. I see it every once in a while when I was on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm not doing it Monday through Friday anymore. I've got another gig going on outside of the business, but I did one this past Friday. I'm only doing 1 or 2 a week now when I can, but I got some other things going on in the works that I don't want to jinx it. I got a big time thing coming up next week that I will announce when it happens. It's pretty cool, but I'm going to still keep doing this when I can, and so I'm happy. Let me share this thing on. What's it under?
It's under 321 Media.
321 Media. All right, I can hear an echo in the background.
Yeah,
Because-
because these guys are deaf, I have to turn the speakers up so they can hear.
Don't they have they don't have earbuds or headset?
No, because they're too far away from me.
Oh, you guys are all in the same room?
We're in the same room, but we're too far away. We're at Mr. J's Havana Cigar Lounge.
Oh, nice.
So I know you're a big cigar guy. When you
Yeah.
come back up, we'll have to meet here for a cigar. Maybe we'll even get Mike Green to come back out with us.
Yeah. Why
As
don't you
long
guys
as it's
come
not
down?
too
Why don't you
late.
guys come
Yeah.
down here? Why don't
He
you
doesn't
guys
go
come
out.
down here?
Pete, he doesn't go out after 6 o'clock. I just want you to know that. Mike doesn't go out
does?
after 6. Mike.
Who does?
Mike Green doesn't go out after 6 o'clock.
It's crazy. Hang on a second. Why can't I find 321 Media? Where is it? Let's see. Where the hell is it? That's what it's under, 321 Media?
Yep, 32
I've seen it before.
ONE Media.
Oh, all right. Well, I had 321, like the number 1. 321.
So you can't even
There
share
we
it to
go.
me, right? I have to pick it up. What do I have to do to get it?
Okay, there we go. Let me share it.
Just because someone actually listens. Someone my buddy watches it.
Well, your mother doesn't listen,
No,
Mike.
my
So at
mother
least
doesn't
your
have
mother doesn't.
Facebook.
Your
My-
wife doesn't listen either.
No,
So
my wife would never listen. Well,
His wife
God.
doesn't listen to her anyway.
you're funny.
Your story messenger copy.
try to get my kid. Forget it. Forget
She's
it.
still
Why
sleeping.
won't it let me share?
Should be able to let you share. If you do it on YouTube, it's easier.
Look at the face. It's a copy link, messenger feed.
Everyone's really chomping at the bit to hear this. This is pretty good. The production part of the side of it. We do talk sports at some point. Sorry. In West Warwick history and
Hey,
whatever
I've been
else
real.
we talk
I've
about.
been real busy today. It's been a hell of a day so far. Memorizing all of Bad Bunny's songs in Spanish. Actually, I translated into Italian, and then of course, I had to watch women's cross country skiing. Very riveting stuff.
Riveting TV on NBC
Yeah,
this
that's-
morning.
Who
Well,
can
you could have
find
got
out?
the updates on Nancy Guthrie. So
Tell me when the hockey team play, and that's all I care about. It's not till next week. Wait, why the hell?
Just want to watch Lindsey Vaughn.
Yeah.
She made it downhill.
She did.
She
Right?
qualified or
I
whatever.
wouldn't
it
mind
is.
the Scandinavian speed skating team.
What about a road speed skating team?
No.
Supposedly it's pretty good.
Yeah, he's the next, world record holder.
The next Apollo 8
Yeah,
Tornado.
that's okay. I'm talking about the Scandinavian, the Sweden. speed skating team. I'm a big
Say
fan.
that 3 times
I'm a
fast.
big fan.
Are you a big fan?
Big fan.
Do you have it? Do you have it? Do you DVR it so you can watch it later on in case you miss it?
DVR. We did 1980. Where are you?
What do you,
DVRs.
what do you get? You don't have Cox Cable?
Huh?
What do you have? YouTube TV?
No. Hulu.
I have YouTube TV. It's DVR. It's the same. It's
Yeah,
the
see?
It's
Thank
DVR.
you.
So I don't call
Yes.
it. No. It just.
I have YouTube
Record it.
TV too. The only thing bad about YouTube TV
It's
if
recorded.
Pete-
You
is you don't
record
have Nest.
DVR.
They don't have Nest. I got to pay for Nest separately. Good, John. I can see you want to ask questions. Go
Well, we
ahead.
got a football game Sunday.
There's a football game? Pete, there's a football game Sunday.
You want to know if you watch ESPN, the Patriots have no defense. Have you heard? It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
This is why we brought him on.
Yeah. This is why we need to get
The
listeners.
only show worth watching is NFL Mag. You know, the one with Greg Cosell and Sal Pal and Darius Butler. That is the only show worth watching if you want, you know, both sides of the story. It's so bad. Not Brewski, and not to say the New England guys, but these other people are they cherry pick stories that they just focus on a couple of things instead of looking at the big picture. It's ridiculous.
You think ESPN's going to ruin the NFL network now that they have control?
I don't know. I don't trust anything those bozos do. I don't know. I don't know. I hope not. It's kind of hard. Even they couldn't mess up the NFL. It's just, you know, their coverage of the NBA is so bad, and you know, compared to what TNT used to be, it's like the game, then 5 minutes of commercials every time out. Come back. The halftime show and the pregame show and the postgame show was unwatchable compared to what when Ernie and Chuck and
I miss those guys.
well, they're
On a
on.
regular
They're on.
basis.
They're on. They're just not.
Yeah.
They're
Pete,
not
do
up
you
enough.
think it's because they're trying to reach a younger demographic? I mean, I can't make heads or tails out of it either, but
No,
that's
but
one of the things-
the way TNT did it was the right way. I mean, there's no better pre and post game and halftime show than that. Even if you didn't care about the team, you watched it because it was fun. And I still think when those guys are on together, it's fun. But it's about money. It's all, you know, John. It's all about money. They have to get 5 minutes of commercials and then a 30-second timeout. I mean, it's insane. And who
Well,
wants
wait
to
a
listen? Who wants to listen? Who wants to listen to 7 guys on ESPN at a pregame show on NBA? I mean, just who do you really want to listen to? Kendrick Perkins? Please, you know, it's not even close at all. And the halftime is like 30 seconds. Oh, the Celtics are beating the Knicks. We'll be back in a minute. Yeah, 5 minutes later. Then they do some obvious 30-second highlight. Take another 4-minute break. So, you know, it's brutal to me.
Can we take a minute to talk about the Celtics last night against Miami?
Oh, it was awesome. That was fantastic. They were due for one of those. You know, they were due for that was great. I think the trade, Vucevic, the kid they got from Chicago, is that's going to be a good deal.
Double last night.
Yeah, off the bench too. It was great.
Low level double, but
Yeah.
double-double
Hey, what was his
nonetheless.
first? It was his first game.
He'll help. They needed that big, and they got him.
Absolutely. I said at the beginning of the season on my show, I thought Cater was going to be the most improved player in the league, and he's
And
been.
he still might be.
Yeah, I still think he's going to get it if they have most improved player, whatever award they give. Comeback player. He's not a comeback player, but he's the most improved player. I knew they'd be a top 3 team. Everybody was picking them. I was like, this team has got a lot of talent, and I hope Tatum comes back. I hope he can come back for the playoffs. Still not sure of that yet, but if he comes back for the playoff, look out. They got the Knicks tomorrow at 12:30.
So that'd be a great game. Does Joe Mazzulla get Coach of the Year for what the job
Boy,
he's
I'll tell
done
you
with these
something, he
kids?
should.
He's got to be up there for it. I think he should be up there for it, but he won't because the media hates him.
Media hates him.
Yep.
Busted bias.
And knowing his dad, I'd tell you, I think Danny would show up at the media place.
Yeah.
What's
Wow,
probably
these
what's
guys.
the name for the
His granddad
Pistons?
too.
Just
What's his name for the Pistons? Might get it.
it all depends. It's all based on how the media perceives the coach. We've seen that this week, last week with the Hall of Fame snub. You know,
Embarrassing.
of Belichick. Which I'm
I
okay
think we
with.
saw with the MVP vote.
Yeah.
I mean, all you heard is Matthew Stafford is 37 years old, has never won the award, great quarterback of all time. What did you do this year, Matt? You did basically what Drake May did.
That doesn't aggravate me. The aggravating thing is the numbnut, and he exposed himself on Twitter yesterday, the one who
Yeah.
voted for Justin Herbert with the first
Yep.
place vote. And he gave his ridiculous summation about why he did it. It made no sense.
He
Then
should
he had
lose
that
his
other
vote.
the other idiot from Nashville going on. I don't listen to EI. I don't listen to Sports Hub either. But I saw a blurb here and there. That idiot Santil, whatever his name is, the Nashville idiot, trying to compare Drake May to Rex Grossman back in the day. You know, when the Bears went to the Super Bowl against the Colts. It's just I can't take it. I don't know how these people have jobs. I don't know what they do, what they watch, biases, just hate, pure hatred of the Patriots. It's sickening. Not everybody, but a lot of them. You know, the whole planet's going to be rooting against us. The whole planet's going to be rooting for Seattle.
In 1 week, you had the Belichick snub, the Kraft snub, the Drake May snub.
Yep.
Thank goodness for Vrabel and McDaniels. They couldn't get around it. They were winners no matter what you said about anybody else.
Watch them do it to
Vrabel's
Brady.
Coach of the year. Josh
Yeah.
McDaniels, assistant coach of the year. No matter who else was even being considered.
I think it's great because now here's the question: does Tom Brady get this snub?
You know, that's a very good question.
What about Brady's comments?
Oh,
He went back.
Yeah, but you know what he did? You hear what he said yesterday? I think people made way too much out of that. I'll be honest with you. I'm the biggest Brady guy. You know that. I still text him from time to time. I don't try to bother him. But then yesterday he came out and really endorsed Kraft. Said, let's get that 7th ring, blah, blah, blah. So I think that stuff gets overblown. You know, somebody brought it up this week. I forget who's. You know, it's not like Larry Bird comes out of the woodwork and cheerleads for the Celtics all the time either. You know, you don't see that. You know, I mean, it's I don't know, that kind of stuff. I think gets overblown. But people are very, very Patriot fans, very sensitive, especially the ones that have only been following the team since 2001 and a bunch of spoiled brats.
What's the temperature down there, Pete?
It is today a beautiful. Right now, it's 68 degrees with a high.
I should have used the real words. By temperature, I meant what is the temperature of the average Floridian going into this game? Because there's so many New Englanders that are transitive going down.
Well, what I love about living down here, especially in Fort Myers in Southwest Florida, is you've got your New England contingency, what I call the Big Ten contingency. I'm surrounded by Big Ten people. Minnesota next door, Minnesota across the street, Minnesota diagonally across. University of Miami guy across the street, which I am as well. But you have your New England contingency, your Big Ten contingency, your Florida contingency. So it's great. It's very diverse. But yeah, there are a ton. In Cape Coral, the Overtime sports bar, has the biggest Patriot fan base per game than any other bar in Florida. It's amazing. I've been there once. It's fantastic. It's incredible. Lots of raffles and everything else. It's a very good time. But I have the package, and we have parties here every single Sunday. We rotate houses, mostly at my friends Dave and Marie. They have a huge place about 15 minutes from me, and they're gracious. And we all bring this. We have parties every single Sunday, everyone. And we always try to make, we do the, sometimes the visiting teams theme for food, you know. So if they're playing Miami, maybe we do a little Cuban dishes, and most of us are Italian, so it's like Italian and Irish. So there's a lot of Italian food all the time, but we try to vary it. It's if you guys ever get down here, you have to come. You will not believe it. Blows any tailgate you've ever been to away.
Before you came aboard, Pete, I decided this was going to be Nostalgia Day in a couple of ways. I wore my J. Joseph Garrahy flannel shirt in honor of the 40th anniversary of the blizzard of '78. But I also brought along some memorabilia from Super Bowl 20.
Oh, you went to that, didn't you? The Bears.
I did.
We had the lead. If Stanley Morgan catches that ball at 7-0, who knows? I'm being half facetious.
Let me get the camera on it, John. Go ahead. Explain to what that is.
This is the ticket stub from Super Bowl 20.
Yep.
And I'm going to let Mike Reed look for the ticket price on this ticket. I was a season ticket holder at the time, and they had the lottery, the whole 9 yards, and I won the lottery, and I was one of the people who was able to go and buy the tickets at the Shaver Stadium.
Yep.
Mike
Pete, I don't know how you are, but I got to hold the thing. I'm in Coventry. That's where I am. I
Yeah.
got to hold it so far away from me, I can't see it. Read that for me with your glasses. I can't see it.
$75
That's what I thought it was.
for upper level seats at the Superdome at the 40-yard line.
How about that? That's pretty
I talked to a couple of people out there yesterday, my buddy Jerry Thornton and from Barstool, and a couple other people. The atmosphere out there is dead. There's like no outside of the little emblem at the convention center or where Radio Row is and all that stuff. They said you would not be able to tell they're having a Super Bowl there this week. It's just like no buzz.
So along with the ticket, we have the official. Every season ticket holder got one of these.
Yep.
New England Patriots AFC
Yep.
Championship
I
shirt.
had that shirt once. Somewhere. It's somewhere. I don't know where, but I have it.
Then we have the unauthorized shirt. Remember, they were playing Chicago. They were playing the Bears.
Yes. That's awesome.
This one still fits.
Of course it does.
Let's see. We have
It's like what's in the bag.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
game
Oh,
show.
this.
What's
Just
in the
squish
bag?
the fish.
Oh, no,
Swish
Swish
the
Fish
Fish,
was Miami.
Yeah.
After
Yep.
Swish the Fish was Bury the Bears.
Squish the fish when they beat Miami, and it was about a year before we really got to know each other, John. But my buddy Matt and I, we went to Green Airport, stood outside for 5 hours. Their plane didn't land till 3:00 in the morning, and we still stayed for literally a 10-second hello. I mean, from 20 rows back of fans.
Were you 17?
I was 19.
19.
So you were out of Hendricken by then.
Yeah. Yep. It was a year before I got into radio. It was right
And then
after.
there's
that.
the pièce de résistance.
Oh, jeez.
Can you tell me, Pete Shepherd,
Yes.
trivia buff that you are, who was the halftime show at Super Bowl 20?
Oh, that is a good one.
I do.
Jeez.
Matter of fact, they held the record for Super Bowl appearances at halftime.
I think I know.
Is it a group? Just give me one hit. Is it a group or a solo artist?
It's a group. And at the time, an internationally known and respected group of civic and chorale leaders from most of the states in the country and internationally known. Boots has got the answer.
Up with people.
That is correct.
Oh, gee, that's right.
Well, I will tell you a little story about Up With People because as part of the Super Bowl experience in New Orleans in 1986, every fan got one of these.
I love it.
Oh, G. No, GTE.
Yeah, they were the sponsor of the
I
Super
know.
Bowl show. We
And
were
it had
all given one of
instructions.
these. Yeah. The instructions were if you had a yellow flag,
Yeah.
when the PA announcer and the overhead screen said yellow, you had to hold your flag thusly to create the word peace. There were 4 flags. There were yellow, blue, green,
Yeah.
and red. And each one of them, when the PA announcer said, okay, red flags, actually practice this before the show. Okay, red flags up, and it would create another word. Okay, blue flags up. Matter of fact, one of the rules here, one of the instructions is, each flag color has been specifically assigned to your seat location. Do not exchange with any other color. Now, how I ended up with a yellow and a green one, I don't know. But I have one of each, brought the yellow one today, so that when they said, okay, yellow, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sure that a lot of Patriots fans. What was the score at halftime? 24-10 or whatever it was.
They
24.
only scored 3 points that entire day, I think, right?
No, it was 46-10.
46-10, yeah.
But yeah, they scored 1 touchdown after the field goal. But it would have been interesting. I'm sure they would have lost, but it would have been interesting. Stanley Morgan caught that touchdown pass, would have put them up 7-0, and then when Len Dawson went down like 5 minutes later, that was it.
Yeah. That was the big one. Now, I'm going to test Pete's memory as well. Here's the program
Yes.
from Super Bowl 20.
Yeah, I have that
Patriots
too.
starting lineup was here. Mm-hmm. And some of the luminaries who played in that game jumped out at me. I'll try and find it in a moment or so, but you guys
Hey, Mike,
talked
how
about-
come you weren't at our 40th reunion in October? I was looking for.
I was
Oh, that's
actually
right, you were
helping.
there. That's right, you were there.
Yeah, I was there.
I didn't see you though.
We crossed paths. I saw you. You were talking. I was talking. You know, yeah.
You and Billy
No, I
Lectre, I
stayed out
wanted
that
to say
night.
hi to. I couldn't. And
There were a lot of people I didn't, get a chance to say hi to. It was nice to see some familiar faces. So Paul Riley and I were, and Jim Murphy were kind of on the committee to do that. It was very difficult, kind of, to get things up and running, but it worked out. It was fun. It was nice to see some people. Man, 40, it's a long time though, right? It's a long time.
it was something because I didn't. It was the first time one of us ever be able to go.
So you went back. Did they have some sort of
They have like the
career day?
career day where you interviewed the kids. Each person, a different background, got 3 kids for 20 minutes. It was very nice. Just great guys.
Oh, good. That's cool.
And I saw that kid again that's going to Army.
Yeah, Jeremy
He's
C.
great.
That's a great
What
a
a-
great story. He's a great kid, great young man.
excellent football player.
Yeah, he's not too
Oh,
bad,
he's-
right? Not too bad.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, I was talking to Buddy Croft about it, and he was talking. I said, "Who else was recruiting him?" He's like, "Should have probably been more." But he has pick of schools. He had like 7 or 8 picks. But I don't think I think O'Brien didn't want him. I don't know why. But
I don't know if there's a big love affair with Rhode Island football players still in Rhode Island schools.
yeah,
So I think for our kids to kind of see some success, they have to go across the border to other places. But I think Jeremy, like Quiddy Pay, was recruited to go to West Point,
yeah,
and they wanted to make him a fullback. So I
Yep.
think financially he made a good decision.
oh God,
And then Notre Dame wanted to make Notre Dame kicked the tires on him, which, that's why I think how Jason Onyea ended up there at Notre Dame, because they kicked the tires on Quiddy. We had all gone to the Notre Dame, Michigan game. It rained, it poured. Quiddy's probably senior year,
yeah,
and I think they realized Quiddy had a really good game. I think they realized maybe some guys from Bishop Hendricken can play football. So then, when Jason Onyea had a great combine, he had a great camp. It was like just kind of a blind luck. It was a URI Michigan. Don Brown came and they collaborated, and he jumped off the chart with his measurables, and then that's how it snowballed. And Dan Brown offered him, and once they realized Michigan offered him, a lot of places came looking for him. And I think Notre Dame kind of made that connection. Like, oh, we lost one kid from Bishop Hendricken. Maybe this school's worth looking into.
yeah. When I was at ESPN Southwest Florida, we had him on the show. It was great. We had one of the Michigan broadcasters on. Then Quiddy came on for like 5 minutes. It was great, and he's a great
kid. Great
I
kid,
still remember that when I was but you guys might remember. I know John does. I'll never forget. I must have been 11 years old. 1978, Pittsburgh's playing on Monday Night Football, I think against Philadelphia. And I'll never forget Howard Cosell coming on and going, Steve Furness from Bishop Hendricken High School and the University of Rhode Island. Big pause. Where's that?
That's right.
So what do you got there, Jim?
I finally found the starting offensive and defensive lineups for the Patriots.
Okay.
Some of the names will jump out at you, like John Hanna, who played left guard.
Of course.
But can you tell me Pete Sheppard,
Yes.
the starting wideouts, the 2 starting wideouts, one very well known, the other one you probably have no idea.
No, well, I just mentioned there were, Irving Fryer was there, and Stanley Morgan was there.
Not in the starting lineup. Stanley Morgan was, yes.
Not in the starting lineup? Okay.
but Stephen Starring was.
Oh, Stephen Starring. There's Cedric Jones was there too, not in the starting lineup, but.
And the two running backs behind Champagne, Tony Easton were.
Well, James and Collins. So.
Right. I know he know this.
That didn't go over. Collins didn't go over well afterwards.
No. But you could probably name per man. I bet you could name 8 of the starting 11 defensively for the Chicago Bears without listening to a repeat of the Super Bowl Shuffle.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, there's Marshall, Fensick. I mean, the list is endless. You know what the worst part about that week was? Forget the Super Bowl Shuffle. That was pretty cool. It's the fact that the Patriots tried to counter with New England, the Patriots, and made the worst ever sports video ever made. Corny beyond belief. And they kept showing it on MTV after the Super Bowl Shuffle, and it was embarrassing. No style, no flair. Made us look like idiots.
So we are going to take a break and then fast forward to 40 years later after all this stuff that I brought.
We've been doing a show all this time?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was like I didn't know that's how you did it.
Oh, this is just a couple of guys in a cigar bar talking sports, Pete. That's what we do. This is what the show's about.
Nice.
Yeah. It's nothing. It's not like radio.
It's a great concept.
I'm a Rocky Patel guy, so send me a good one.
Well, we'll wait for you to come up again.
All right. Go to break. Going to come back, talk Super Bowl 60 right here on 321 Kent County Sports Talk from Mr. J's Havana Cigar Lounge on Newstick Hill Road in Coventry. Coming right back.
We've told you for years that AJ's Restaurant is Kent County's go-to spot for great breakfast, lunch, and takeout too at 828-4160. And now you'll find more parking, mere steps from the back of the building to AJ's front doors. AJ's, plenty of those world-famous home fries, plenty of parking, and as always, popular for breakfast, popular for lunch. 1365 Main Street, West Warwick. Since 1974, Bill's Place has been synonymous with good times and great food. Whether it's a family celebration, a post-game meal, or a simple visit for lunch, Bill's Place has served thousands with great pizza and grinders, sandwiches, and specials for nearly 50 years. If you haven't visited Bill's Place in a while, you're quite overdue for the great, consistent taste that's been part of Kent County for so long. Bill's Place, 707 Main Street in West Warwick. Open 11 to 10, Monday through Saturday. For takeout, call 828-2300. Check out the menu at billsplaceri.com.
The law offices of Murphy and Fay have over 75 years of combined experience in personal injury law, automobile accidents, and DUI cases. Bill Murphy, Mark Fay, and Brandon Horan will give you the personal attention, the experience, the skill, and dedication that your case deserves. It's a winning combination. If you're injured in an auto accident and it's not your fault, call Murphy and Fay. They will make them pay. Call 490-3200 or visit them online at murphyandfay.com.
Welcome to Dan's Place, Rhode Island's #1 stop for amazing food, drinks, and live entertainment. Dan's Place offers a fantastic selection of unique menu items, including pizzas, pasta, steaks, and seafood. Here's what our customers have to say: a masterpiece on a crust. Watch your favorite New England teams on one of Dan's 4 big screen TVs. Looking for a great place to meet? Try Dan's Place.
I'm Dan from Dan's Place, where your only regret is not coming in sooner.
Hey, it's Johnny Mack, General Manager here at Sandy Motors, family owned since 1988. Come see why Sandy Motors makes car buying wicked easy. Check out our large inventory and get approved to drive home today. Start your deal now at sandymotors.com.
Visit the West Warwick Civic Center for great family entertainment and special events, from public skating to sporting events and trade shows. And there's much, much more all year around. Visit us frequently on Facebook or on the town's website at westwarwickri.org. And for more information about facility rentals, call 822-9200. See you soon at the West Warwick Civic Center.
Experience matters, and at Williamson Law, that experience comes with a well-deserved reputation of excellence. For legal solutions, whether it's divorce, personal injury, criminal law, or estate protection, Williamson Law provides knowledgeable and effective representation. A history of successful litigation that speaks volumes. Get the representation you need. Williamson Law, 247 Quaker Lane, West Warwick. Call 615-9321.
The largest reason we opened up Seaside Pharmacy was to help our community better than the big box stores. We get to know you better, fast and friendly service. So we'd love to have you come in and check out Seaside Pharmacy and see what we have to offer.
Your home, your family, your legacy. They deserve the highest level of protection. At Lathrop Insurance, we design tailored programs for coastal homes, secondary properties, and high-value assets, giving you peace of mind no matter where life takes you. We're honored to protect families in Rhode Island with personalized care and expert guidance. Lathrop Insurance, protecting the life you've worked so hard to build.
Hi, I'm Greg Dantis, the broker owner at Rhode Island Real Estate Services. And since we opened our doors in 2012, supporting youth and community programs has been at the core of our mission. Selling Rhode Island means more than selling houses. It means supporting communities, putting people over profit. We service all of Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and also parts of Connecticut. We're proud to support the communities that support us. You can contact us anytime at 401-885-5400 or visit us on the web, 401sold.com.
Hi, I'm Sean with Easy Does It Moving and More. Whether it's local or long distance, we've got you covered. We even help with unpacking and secure storage when you need it.
From start to finish, Easy Does It Moving and More makes sure that all of your belongings get there safely. Make your move easy and call 401-545-6078 today.
Easy Does It Moving and More, because moving shouldn't be stressful. It should be easy.
Back here on 321 Media, Kent County Sports Talk. Johnny Boots, Mike Green, John Parenti doing what he does best. And our special guest, Pete Sheppard, from the warm Fort Myers, Florida, because it's snowing like a mother up here there, Pete.
Is it really? That's too bad.
You're not missing anything.
You're not missing anything, Pete. We're expecting 8 inches by tonight.
I live 2 miles away that way from JetBlue. Thank God the Red Sox truck arrived okay, and then 5 miles from me is Hammond Stadium where the Twins play, and their truck arrived yesterday. So I'll just.
Hey, I got to ask you a question. I got friends of mine that own a restaurant down there, and the clam bake. You ever been there?
The clam bake, I have been there. Not in a while. I have been there. You know, I believe hangs out there all the time is a Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, no, dear friends of mine, relatives of my girlfriend, because they're originally from West Warwick.
Yep. I need to go. I know it was Rhode Island. No, I did not know that, but I'll have to go back. That place is awesome.
Yeah, I've never been. My girlfriend's been, obviously, but I have never been there, and I'm hearing so many good things about it. I said, let me ask somebody who's been there, who's unbiased.
Brock's mother lives probably about 15 minutes from me. She lives in Estero, and he's down here quite a bit in this area.
Great.
So
awesome.
I know he frequents that place a lot. I'm 99.9% positive. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Rob's always in there, and his brothers are always in there too. Yeah.
Rick Middleton's down here. I've hung out with him. Ray Bork, Tim Fox lives down this way. A few others. So yeah, it's.
John Parenti has rejoined us. Thanks for coming back, John. We didn't hear you in the bathroom. Don't worry.
No, how was it?
How was it? He wants to know how was it.
Satisfying.
Thank you very much. Took the word right out of
All right, let's talk about what we're here to talk about.
All right, Arsenal leads Sunderland 1-0 at the end of the first half.
Well, it reminds me, I'm rewatching Ted Lasso. That's what I'm going to do after this. Instead of watching ESPN, I'll watch yes.
All right, Pete, first off, who wins it? We'll get to the whys in a minute.
I've gone through everything. I've been very rational, and I have the Patriots 27-24. I think it's going to be a little bit more high scoring than people think. I think the national media, particularly on ESPN, have just focused on how, how Will Campbell and Jarrett Wilson, 2 rookies, and how they're going to be able to stop Seattle. But there's been no respect at all, or very little, given to the Patriots defense. They have been the best defense in the NFL since Milton Williams has come back. That is a fact. Go look it up. The last 3 weeks of the regular season and into the postseason. And by the way, the Patriots record when Williams and Gonzalez have played together this year, including the playoffs, you know what it is?
No.
12-0. 12-0. And they want to keep cherry picking May's stats against the three best defense, three of the top 5 defenses in the league, with the Chargers and Houston and Denver. And all you heard leading up to each one of those games was how the Patriots are going to falter in so many different ways. And then he throws 3 touchdown passes against Houston, which only one other quarterback had done in the regular season, but that's not good enough either. They want to absolutely ignore what happened in the regular season. Forget the schedule. That stuff's overrated. You never heard that Denver's schedule was ranked 28th during the year, during the playoffs. Nobody ever once brought that number up. Never. 28. Denver beat the Jets 13-11. That alone should disqualify you. And then they beat the Giants next week 33-32. So look, I think this is going to be one hell of a game. You can make pluses and minuses and scramble all the numbers you want on both sides. Borregales, my man from the U, kicks the game-winning field goal with 90 seconds left, and then we hold off Seattle, win 27-24. And my MVP, ready for this? Mac Hollins. That's my MVP. That's outside the box.
Certainly is. When you take a look at the key matchups, no matter who you're watching or who you're listening to, it comes down to defensive lines. And you mentioned Milton Williams, but there are other pieces of that line that if the Patriots, and I expect them to blitz and cause headaches for Sam Darnold the entire game, that front 7 is, I expect, to be masterful.
Oh, I agree. You're going to see some great disguises. Zach Kerr, who's filled in, obviously, as defensive coordinator, he's been fantastic. Sam Darnold's never beaten the Patriots 0-4, and I know nobody wants to remember the Jets game, but I do. I'm going to go back and watch it because I have them all taped and hear his ghost comments as well. I think they're going to be able to confuse him at times. Now, obviously, they've got some fantastic receivers. Is Davis going to be on from time to time? I mean, there's going to be a lot of chess. I expect it to be fairly low scoring initially, almost like it was with Carolina back in 03. It was a weird type of a game. There's hardly any scoring. Then the second quarter exploded. I think there's going to be defensive touchdowns, special teams touchdowns, and obviously offensive touchdowns. I think it's going to be a major chess match here, but I am going with Vrabel and the experience. And what I love about Drake May, nothing rattles him. He may fumble, and he's got to protect the football. We get that, the sacks and all that, and I understand that. But man, he gets up. If he gets sacked 5 times in a row, he can look you down the field and throw a 40-yard strike, and he blocks everything out. Very similar to what Brady used to do. So I don't know if Sam Darnold, if he gets flustered, especially early, that is going to be really interesting to me to see mentally how he can stay in the game. But look, I think it's a 3-point game either way. I picked the Patriots 27-24.
Do you think the Patriots, do you think Drake May even believes or even thinks about the fact that he lost the MVP vote by 1 first-round vote going into this game? It's much more important to win the Super Bowl than it is to be the MVP, I believe, in his mind. And that's the way the kid is wired.
And historically, the league MVP that plays in the Super Bowl doesn't have a good record overall. I think it's like 3-10 or something like that. Some crazy number that I saw. It's crazy, but so I think what they'll use it as another. How the Patriots are, another motivational tactic between Belichick snub, Kraft snub, Drake May, because some idiot voted for Justin Herbert and everything else. I think that they use any ammo that they can. They always have. If they see you had a different color shoelace on or something like, they'll use it. They use it as ammo. So it's another motivating factor for him. Hey, he doesn't win MVP, but he could win MVP of the Super Bowl. Wouldn't that be ironic?
And much more important to him, to the team, to New England, to Pat's Nation.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't care about individual awards. We care about titles, right? And all the sports. You know, it's been that way from my entire life. I never cared. And people always just be like, we need to play the Yankees. But it's like, no, I don't care who we play. Oh, we need to do this. We have to beat the Canadians. We have to beat the Lakers. I don't care who we play in the championship game. I don't care. I want the title. And, you know, they deserve to be here. I never thought it would be like, I never thought the game that turned me around was I believe game 3 against the Steelers. Because I was like, any team, there's no team in the National Football League that can have 5 turnovers in that game and still have a shot to win it with 28 seconds to go, which they did until another unfortunate turnover. I was like, man, if they can overcome this and get back on track here, they're gonna have a shot to at least make the playoffs. I thought they'd win 9 games this year and be like the 7th seed, but obviously this team has grown leaps and bounds mentally, mostly, and physically. And a lot of the second half of the season, they weren't entirely healthy. Now they are, which is why their defense has been playing the best, better than anybody else's the last 3 weeks of the regular season and obviously into the postseason. But as I said, when Williams and Gonzalez play together, they have an unbelievable record. They're 12-0, and they average only allowing 14.5 points a game, including the playoffs. So I'll take my chances.
We hear a lot about JSN. We hear a lot about Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Sam Donald has to get the ball to him.
Yes.
I want you and Mike Green to talk the merits of Christian Gonzalez. He has a very different opinion than most Patriots.
Yeah, I see. I'm a skeptic fan. That's how I've been all year. Like, I'm not a big Christian Gonzalez fan.
How come?
This is going to be his chance to really, if they play him man to man against the other kid there, you know, maybe he shuts him out. I'm not a fan. I love Ty Law. I like how he played defense. Asante Samuel. I loved how they played defense. I'm just not there yet with him, and maybe it's because I'm getting older, and I'm starting to think back of the years where they won with those great teams they had, and so my standard is a lot higher. I feel the same way about May. Until he brings the team back in a high-pressure situation to win a football game, a major game, then I'll start to believe that he's the next guy.
All right,
so I'm not a big Gonzalez
fan. A couple things. One, he's an All-Pro. 2, he made a pretty big interception against Denver. I know it was Jarrett Stidham, but that was pretty big.
All right,
and
so
you look at the top
that's
receiver.
a high school kid could have made that catch. It was like a punt. It was underthrown ball. He was behind the guy. The
I'm just
first
telling
play,
you, he made the play.
big play that he let up bothered me because that right there to Sutton in the first scoring drive, that bothered me. He let the kid get behind him, and even Stidham made a good throw. So, and then the touchdown behind him was a blown coverage. I'm not a big fan yet. Let me see him make a great play, shut someone off like we've done in the past, and then I'll be a better believer. I'm just not right now.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, that's fair. I've gone back the last couple of days and watched the playoff games. But I have YouTube TV, so I can do all the top plays and everything else. So I don't have to go through all the BS. And he was fantastic against everybody's top receivers, from the Chargers to Houston to Denver. He was very good. I mean, very seldom do you say, how many times during the regular season do you say, man, Gonzalez, how do you let that happen? How does that happen? You know, Davis is now. I think Davis has come on really strong here. He's the one I kind of had my doubts about at certain times during the season, but I think he's been fantastic. Now, I don't think there's any way that that Kerr plays Gonzalez every single snap man on man with Chigma. I think there's going to be a lot of different disguises. So
yeah, I do. I agree with you. I don't think they're going to put him in the slot, and they're not going to play him man to man. He's going to play one side or the other as a corner. I don't think they're going to put him in the slot if they stop moving him around. I really don't.
That's right. Well, that's what when he first got there. That's what he was. He was a slot guy, but obviously he can do. You know, I worry about him too. Forget receiving. How about end arounds, things like that. Jet sweeps, which the Patriots can do as well. By the way, Drake May. You want to talk about incredible numbers? He leads the NFL in playoff scrambles. 9 for 125 yards. That leads the NFL in the postseason at scrambling. 9 scrambles for 125 yards. I think that is also going to be a big key when to use your feet. And I think overall he's had pretty good instincts especially that naked bootleg at the end of the Denver game. That I could feel Steve Grogan doing backflips. I was like, that's what it reminded me of back in the day. But
Ramondre Stevenson's gonna have a big. I think the run game for them is gonna really kind of help Drake May out a lot.
Again, the run game.
I believe in their run game. I believe in their
Patriots run game against Seattle's run game.
Yeah.
Remember, Seattle has a key player in their run game who's not going to see the field tomorrow.
Right.
no,
Right.
Charbonnet, but
Zach
the other guy
Charbonnet,
is good. Jackson's good. He's good.
So I do like that. I do like their run game. I love what they did against the Texans in the fourth quarter to get that first down and to have faith in Ramondre Stevenson. I think that storyline is terrific. They forgot that his father had passed away, a few months earlier?
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
So you got to so Vrabel did an excellent job of kind of managing the emotional part of that. You don't beat the guy when he's down, coached him up, which is very important as a coach. That's the other buy-in that Vrabel has. I think the MVP this whole season is Mike Vrabel because he's changed the culture. And really, he's just a tremendous coach. He bridges the gap between old school coaches and what these young players need now.
Josh too. Josh deserves a lot of credit.
He's done great.
Well.
Absolutely, Pete.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
But I agree with you about Stevenson and Henderson, of course, who I love. He can explode at any time. Both offenses can explode at any time. I think the Patriots are not getting nearly as much respect with some of their offensive talent as well. All I've heard from people, on ESPN, well, Stephon Diggs has to have a big game or else what? Or else what? Booty catches the ball. It doesn't mean he needs hands. Williams has got tremendous speed. Pop Douglas and the two tight ends, Hunter Henry and Mr. Hooper from Sesame Street. I love them. There's a lot of weapons on that. There's a lot of weapons on that team that the national media, for some reason, wants to ignore it. Because the Patriots' schedule, even though Denver's was 28th and almost just as bad, but it's the Patriots, so we've got to pile on the crap and cherry pick stuff that probably is not going to matter much at all at this point. You're playing in the championship. You throw everything else out the window. We all know Super Bowls are very, very different in so many ways. We all try to predict what's going to happen here and there. I remember the Patriots-Rams Super Bowl. And I've got a lot of the predictions right. Not the Patriots-Rams one. I thought that was going to be like 30-27. It was 13-3. So, this one people have, it's the one thing we do know that in the Patriots era from 2000 to 2001 till now, every one of their Super Bowls is close. Every one. Now, I know in the end, the Philadelphia one it was still close to the end. I think they lost by 8 or 9 points. But that was still an incredible game. Brady had 505 yards, no interceptions, and a whole bunch of touchdowns in that game. It's just unfortunate. But you got to love the 4.5 or maybe 5 points by kickoff. You got to take the Patriots with the points because this is going to come down to the wire. It always does with them. It always does. I would love to see them 46-10 winners. I would love to see a comfortable 14-point lead with 90 seconds to go. I would feel comfortable with that. But I know in my heart it doesn't come down to the wire. And my man from the U, Borregale, is kicking the game-winning field goal. That's my prediction, 27-24. He's going to kick it with 90 seconds left. You heard it here first. Mac Hollins MVP.
Well, you said it when you went through there, what they have are those offensive weapons. What that does, it makes Seattle have to defend not only the length of the field, but the width of the field. Because you can spread all those talented players out. No one's really the guy except maybe Diggs. But he's going to work in the middle of the field, and you have enough to go 53 1/3, half yards, sideline to sideline, and then stretch it. So you actually, if I'm Seattle, I have more to worry about really defending the Patriots. Because then you have a quarterback that can run. They play too high. They go man under too high, which a lot of teams do. That's going to trigger Drake May to run because everyone's back's going to be turned, right? Or you single up and you put a wide receiver, you put a linebacker on a running back. That's another advantage in the Patriots are going to have. So there's a lot of tools. There's a lot of weapons Josh has at his disposal, and he does call a really good game. He's very imaginative about how to free up certain guys he wants to free up. And that's why I think gives the Patriots the edge in this is Josh McDaniels and all the weapons he has.
Yeah, you had, and I said Jackson, I meant Walker, the running back. And Walker is very, very good. And they have as many weapons as the Patriots have. obviously Seattle has the equal amount of weapons. It's just going to be a question of who executes. I think it's interesting. Going back, I watched some of Seattle's playoff games. I wrote it down this morning. When they play a lot of 12 personnel. There's 2 points I want to make. One on offense, one on defense. They play a lot of 12 personnel. AJ Barner at tight end is really good blocking. So you got to watch that. When Walker gets off to big runs, a lot of it has to be they run the left side in their 12 personnel formation. For those of you, one running back, 2 tight ends. I know you guys know. That's going to be interesting to watch. And defensively, nobody plays more nickel coverage than Seattle. Nobody. Mm-hmm. They're like second or third in the league. And Drake May is phenomenal against zone coverage. Phenomenal. He gets the ball, gets rid of the ball easily anyway. Now, do I expect Seattle to play as much nickel coverage in this game as they did in the regular season, knowing the Patriots know that? Of course not. Of course not. But if they're stubborn and still want to stick with that kind of a scheme, Drake May could do some massive dinking and dunking with them, and we know how well he throws the deep ball, how accurate he is.
Yeah.
And when you look at these receivers overall, the one-handed catches, and there's not a lot of times this year where you said after a pass from May to a receiver where you go, oh, I can't believe it dropped. How many times I can count on one hand how many times oh man, you should have caught that ball. They are really, really good. But goofy things happen in Super Bowls, right? We know that.
Do you think you'll see an homage to Vrabel where McDaniels throws a ball to Milton Williams?
Don't be surprised.
I would love to see. By the way, did you hear, and I can play it for you from here if you didn't. Did you hear when they were giving out the awards the other night for Vrabel? Did you hear what happened? Did you see what happened?
No.
Vrabel? The woman mispronounced his name.
Yeah, listen to this is hysterical. This is my producer had to tell me this yesterday on my show. I didn't know who it was. Tiffany Haddish. Now you would think the NFL, because they're so particular about everything, you would think they'd have all these names spelled out phonetically. Why she wasn't looking at, and you guys can't see the video, but why she wasn't looking at a teleprompter is beyond me. She pulls out a tablet, and I guess Tiffany Haddish is a comedian. I'd never heard of her. I never heard of her, but here's her announcing the Coach of the Year.
The 2025 AP Coach of the Year is Mike Vrabel.
She doubles up. Stand by.
Mike Vrabel
is busy preparing for the Super Bowl, but he sent this message out.
Shut up. It's just unbelievable. Why you would not put stuff phonetically. And like I said, I don't watch those shows. Never.
I was in a restaurant watching the show, and I had to read her lips in order to find out who won the Coach of the Year award. So I missed the actual speech. That is just amazing.
Verbal.
One thing I'm concerned about, Pete, a little bit.
Yeah.
Is Seattle's first possession.
Mm-hmm.
If the Patriots the Patriots have had some problems this year stopping opponents on their first possession.
Excellent
and then
point.
Making adjustments.
Excellent point. They've been better in the playoffs. They've been better in the playoffs with that. I think they stopped the Chargers on the first drive, but then they gave up something on the second drive. But that's a great point. Yeah. That is their one Achilles heel, I think, during the regular season. Not so much in the postseason, but in the regular season, is that giving up that first drive. You're absolutely right.
So I think if they come up big and hold them to nothing or even 3, they're on their way to a win. If they give up 7, they have to start without touching the ball offensively, and they're already 7 down, it's going to be a battle.
Yeah, and then you're looking at...
I think it's going to be major importance.
Yeah, and you're looking at, Williams and Murphy, two of their great D-backs, or very good D-back. I don't want to say great, they're very good. Them on one-on-one coverage is going to be interesting. It's going to be a chess match. It really is. I think a big filling out process, particularly in the first half. I expect a lower scoring game in the first half, and then things open up. But I do think you're going to see touchdowns in all 3 phases by one or both teams. I can feel it. Jones for us, returning kicks, and they've got outstanding. What's his name? The kick returner there, Rashid Shaheed. He's awesome. You got to be really wary of him, just like they have to be wary of Jones on our side. So I think that's something to watch out for.
Could Marcus Jones become the first player in Super Bowl history with a pick six and a punt return or a kickoff return? Quite
Yes.
possible.
Mm-hmm.
Quite possible.
Yeah.
A lot of fantasies.
He could be a candidate for MVP.
Sure could.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm thinking outside the box on this one. I remember I had Edelman back in the day again in the Rams Super Bowl. I just think Mac Hollins he's not getting enough love at all. I haven't heard his name once this week on ESPN or NFL, not once. All I heard was Stephon Diggs. I think Hollins is going to have a wonderful game. Got a feeling.
I love what he does in the blocking game. In the run game, he's fearless to stick his face in there. You don't have that guy. You had that guy with like Gronkowski that was able to, get involved, get into the box and start to block some of those linebackers and stuff. So he does that. And because they play nickel, that's an easier block because he's coming down on that nickel, DB. So I do feel that you're right, Pete. He's gonna be important in the run game.
I wanted to ask you about Mike, especially, and as a coach, the Rams. The only reason the Rams aren't here is because they couldn't handle special teams and fumbled punts. Yeah. Otherwise, it'd be the Rams in the Super Bowl. But the way the Rams played 13 personnel this year, which nobody does in the NFL, one running back, 3 tight ends. And they did it very successfully. I just thought, from a coaching standpoint, what you thought about that. There's not a lot of teams that can do it, maybe because they don't have the talent. But the Rams, I thought it was always unique watching them play offensively because nobody uses 3 tight ends for the most part on their overall scheme.
Yeah, whenever you add those tight ends into the mix, you create extra gaps, which thins the defense's responsibility out. So they have to play more gap control. Whenever you have even 2 tight ends, creates a problem defensively. 3 tight ends obviously is a bigger problem. It's those guys can catch the ball now. Those tight ends are so athletic that if you want to go big on big and make your adjustments, now you're putting a big guy against a little guy when he does go out for a pass. So there's an advantage there. If you want to go little on big, then it's an advantage in the run game. Those teams did a great job. Even Belichick with the fullback, with Heath Evans and starting to he reignited the fullback. That's just another insertion that creates 2 gaps. So it is a stressful on the defense to kind of match that. You've done a great job, the Rams, with that. And it's a copycat league, so you're going to see that moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, Seattle does a lot of 12 personnel. So, like I said, Seattle does a lot of 12, and we'll see it. And again, I think one of the key matchups there is AJ Barner. Watch him blocking, and you see if Walker usually, if he gets that block, Walker fires through that gap and does very well. That's something that's a matchup I'm going to be keying on.
All right, so you like the over, or you like the Patriots?
I do like the over on the Patriots. I know the over is not a trendy thing. I just think this is going to be and the reason this, people are acting like this is it's almost as bad as 0-1 when it was a 14 and a half point spread. It's 4.5. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a close game, and I think you're going to see a couple of goofy things happen, which is going to push the game over the total. I recommend a 6-point teaser. Take the Patriots plus 10.5, and then over 39.5. That sounds nice, doesn't it?
Sure. Riding with you, big fella. Riding with you. 4 Beauregard field goals makes it a 26-24 final.
Nice. I love that.
Michael?
I love that. Mike, what's your prediction?
Well, I think defense wins. Well, I know defense wins championships, and I think it's going to be a really tight game. So I would go with the under. Still the Patriots.
Yeah.
21-17.
You took my score.
Really?
That's all right.
21-17. You took my score. That was mine too. 21-17 with the under. Yep.
Well, Pete, we
easily be that way.
We want to thank you so much for doing this with us. We had a great time. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the memorabilia. Hope you enjoyed the rerun of the Up With People halftime show.
Oh my God, I was pissed. I was probably on my drinking at home. My dad used to let me during games. My buddy Matt was over, and at halftime, I don't know, I'd probably gone through 8 chords back then. It was bad.
How many Bad Bunny songs do you know?
None. I made that up. I don't know any Bad Bunny. Here's the thing that bothers me. I don't watch halftime shows anyway. Halftime shows is I'll be doing, Mike, what you're doing now. I go out and have halftime shows at Super Bowls. Very nice, because I like to enjoy a cigar. I don't like smoking during the game. I like enjoying one at halftime where I can, just take it all in, get some more food, and smoke a cigar, have another cocktail, and just relax. I don't give a damn who's singing. That doesn't affect me. What I don't like is when he comes out and says, you had 3 months to learn Spanish. We're all 100%. I'm 100%. Most of us, I think, Mike isn't. But if they had said, if somebody come out that was Italian and said, no, you had 3 months to learn Italian. Oh, you had 3 months to learn Hebrew. You had 3 months to learn Gaelic. You had 3 months to learn French. How is that going to go over? Don't tell me what I need to know. I couldn't name one. Maybe if I heard the melody, I might be able to know what it is. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I do not care. The best Super Bowl halftime show, and I was lucky to be there, was 01. Well, two of them. One was U2 in 01 when they went through at 9/11 and did all the name, and that was just fantastic. And the other one was in Jacksonville. Two things happened there. Paul McCartney stepped on my foot during his press conference, and he put on a great show afterwards. Fantastic. And the best show to me ever in Super Bowl history was Prince in Miami during the Indianapolis Bears game, and singing "Purple Rain" as it was raining. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. There isn't even anything close to what he did in that Super Bowl, as far as my opinion.
Agreed.
More toilets will flush in the United States of America at halftime than any other time in the history of the country, the history of the planet.
Wow. I think I'll shove in my driveway during halftime.
I think we're going to have to.
Looks like
Remember what happened when they opened Schaefer Stadium and did that?
Yeah, right.
Remember, John, the test that happened? They flooded the whole town of Foxborough. It flooded.
Right. Well, again, Peter, thanks for making this a very special day. We'll enjoy the snowfall. You enjoy 80 degrees down in Florida.
I'm going to take a lap in the pool. I'm going to go do some laps.
Good luck in the new venture too, my friend. Stay in touch, will you?
Yeah, I definitely. You guys too. Anytime. This was a blast. So
thanks.
Thanks, guys. All the best. Love you guys.
Thanks. Love you too.
Go Pats. Go Hawks. Go Cane. Don't go Notre Dame.
You got the U. You and Buddy Croft with the U.
Yeah.
Luther Campbell.
Thanks, Big Sexy.
Take care.
Love you, man.
Love you.
All right. There he goes. And now we're left with the three of us.
Oh, God. Just wrap it up.
What a come down.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Thank you for being with us. Thanks to Paul Joyle and Tom Joyle once again for the hospitality here at Mr. J's. For Johnny Boots and Mike Green, I'm John Parenti. Have yourself a great weekend. Go Pats.